Hi everybody, this is Tracy from Tracy's Art and Craft, and I'm here today to do a little junk journal haul video. Please ignore the mess over here. This is for my next video that I'm going to do, and I just brought things over to prepare. But for now, I will show you a few things that I've bought over the last few days. I can't show you everything. Some things I put away, and I cannot for the life of me tell which bits I bought and which are my old stuff. And those are silly little things like flat back pearls and just things like that. So they're just really not that interesting really. So they're just like replacing stuff. So anyway, the first thing is I've already got up my desk a couple of things. I've got this memento. It is in rich cocoa. It's a really dark brown. And I didn't have a brown one in the memento, and I do prefer memento ink. I just find it is more moist. There is more ink in there, it just lasts me a bit longer. I don't know, I just find it's better. I think it's got something to do with the way it closes as well, because it really seals shut, and I find it lasts me better than Distress inks. So I managed to find a dark brown in that. And I also picked up this Baker's Twine. It's sort of like a latte and white coloured twine, and I've got like a pink and white one, I've got a black and white one. I haven't got this sort of colour, so I picked this one up while I saw that in the store. Also, I have some gold gilding paste that I've picked up. This is in tarnished gold, and I love this one. This one is around about £5. I usually find them in the range, but I can never get the tarnished gold, so I had to go on Amazon, and I paid a little bit more for this, but it wasn't much more. And I love the gilding polish. It's a really sort of smooth, moussey kind of texture. If you're sensitive to smells, it does smell a bit. It's a little bit like super glue. But the one that I usually use is this opal one. This was a metallic one, this one's opal. And this one's called Apricot, Gilded Apricot. But I love this colour. It's more like a rose gold kind of colour. I also have them in glitters as well, so I have this one and a pink one. I didn't have the gold one. I've been after it for such a long time, and finally I managed to find something in stock. I also got a little paper rougher. Yeah, it sort of goes along the edge and roughs up the edges of, distresses the edges. Yeah, just picked up one of those. So let's move on to some of the fabrics that I've got here. I picked up some fabrics. I'll talk you through the sorts of things I'm going to do with them. So I've picked up some of the sort of faux fur, and this I kind of wanted for a journal binding. So to put on the spine, sorry, to put on a journal spine. There will be a little bit left over. I will probably use that to embellish parts of a journal, but yeah, I thought this would look lovely on a hidden spine journal. So I've picked it up to use as a spine on one of my journals. Also, another thing I picked up, my local craft store had these going for sort of 75p to £1, and they are scraps of leather. And on the back of the leather, of course, you've got suede. Now, I've got a few bits of those. Now, of course, my local craft store, what it does is it does these crafting sessions and classes, and then afterwards they have scraps of things left, and so they sell those scraps, you know, so things don't go to waste, and so people will be frugal. And what I thought was I was going to put these through my die cutting machine and cut out some little mini flowers or leaves or butterflies and things, put a little eyelet through them and turn them into little leather dangles. Or I could also make little suede page tabs. You see, so I had those two ideas, and I thought I would use them. I will go through these few little bits really quickly, so in the coming days I will get those done so that all of this doesn't go into my fabric stash, and it can just get used and then put away ready to use in journals. So there's those bits. What else do I have? I did have, let's have a look. I did have these little bits and they all were in this bag here, but I took out some bits that I wanted to use in my journals. Just trying to find the rest of the stuff that came in here. There's some more of this felt. And I think there was some ribbon, but I'm sure we'll come to that in a little while. Some more ribbon. And all of this came into this little bag for £2. We've got buttons in there, we've got some chain. These little bags are perfect for sort of junk journalers, you know, where you get these little scraps of felt and things like that, because, you know, we can turn, or even card makers and stuff, we can turn all of this stuff into wonderful bits and pieces. I'm just trying to get to the buttons now to show you, because there was one button in here I really loved. Oh, that's me throwing them. I really like the texture on this one. I think it's really, really gorgeous. But this is the one I loved. It's a little wooden one with a little, two little butterflies on there. I think that's so cute. So I love that button there. Yeah, just all quite basic buttons really, most of them. It's that one I really loved. And plus the colours go with the journal that I'm about to create. So I thought they were perfect. And then we get some chain, which you can never have too much chain when you're making junk journals. They just look beautiful hanging from things. So this will go into my little chain tub. So that is all of those. I'm just going to try and get some of this put back into the bag for now. I'll sort that out later. So yeah, I did do a massive shop. Oh, also my craft mat is new. That's a new one, if you didn't notice. I also got all new glues. You know, because these are just things you're always having to top up on. I've got some new cheesecloth as well. I managed to get some in the sort of ivory colour as well as the white, and I'll just show you the difference between two. So I managed to get that, and I've got some extra white, and these again are all in the scraps tubs. So these were 50p each. These, and they last me ages because I only use cheesecloth in small little sections to go underneath embellishments and words. So yep, I've got some cheesecloth. Here are some of my, so I went mad on the laces in the lace tub. All the laces are 75p each. You tend to get a lot. I mean, if I show you how much is there, that was all 75p. And that's just going to go on for ages. I absolutely love crochet lace. I think you can really age that up. And those are two different ones. What else did we get? We got this green one. Another sort of crochet lace there, nice thin one. I really, really like this one. It's really delicate, so yeah, I love that one. We've got a little flowery lace one here, I'm trying to show you. So that one's really pretty. Again, they're all 75p. This is a good estimate of how much lace you get in here, because this one came undone in the store. So I've got all of that. So it's a really good amount, and considering how much I use and the way that I use it, these are perfect bundles for me. So I've got another crochet lace, but a white one this time as well. And I've got this sort of, I don't know what this one is. Oh, flowers. Yeah, it's flowers as well, this one. But this one's slightly stretchy, and it's really, really fine and thin. I like that one. It's going to look really nice on tags and things. This is the lace I've been using recently, and I managed to find some more of it. I absolutely love using this lace. So I managed to find some more, thank God, because I absolutely love it. They don't have much left actually, so I don't think there'll be any more, but I try not to get more than one of a piece, so that you know, I get one of these and then I get something that's completely different. I don't get two of the same, because I want to make sure there's plenty there for everybody else that goes to the store. I've got some of this as well. I can't remember what you call this, eyelet embroidery or something. The little embroidered bottoms, I love these to use on the edges of pages. And this one, it's like an elasticated lace again, and it's a really nice lilac. I love that colour. I think that's all on them. I did pick up 2 of these. There's this one, and then there's like an oval cream one, and that has been put away. But I thought they'd look really nice on a couple of my journal covers. They weren't cheap, so I did only get 2. But they're so pretty, and they're really well made, so you know, I can't complain at that. I really like it. And this is really fine crochet that's done here, and it's done with embroidery floss. And from how I can gather, I think it's 1 thread of it. This is really, really fine detail work. So yeah, that's really nice. It's going to be nice to put on something. What else did I get? I've got a whole big stash here of things. I got a large corner punch because mine has just broken. It is, let me see if I can show you. I have it here somewhere. Oh well, I have parts of it at the moment because it's come apart again. So this is my large corner punch. Oh no, we have it all there. And it keeps coming apart. Now I can glue it together, and I will. But I did kind of want to make sure, there we go, I did want to make sure it would glue together and not get, you know, not stick everything together. But what I'm going to plan on doing is glue in here with some plastic glue. And plastic glue melts both parts of the plastic and sort of really binds them together by not just using the glue but the actual melted plastic as well. So I will try to fix this, but I thought I'm going to get a new one anyway. They weren't too expensive, and this one is actually a lot sharper, so I'm glad I got it. So that's those. I'll put that straight away into my punch area. New sponges for daubers because I am running out, and you know, like I say, some of this is really boring stuff. It's stuff that I had to buy. I bought these Flourish stamps. I absolutely love flourishes. I can't get enough of them, and whenever I see some that are slightly different to what I've got, I have to pick them up. I absolutely love them. The lovely lady that worked at my local craft shop, she was giving me, she always gives me tips about jelly printing, mixed media, card making. She's such a lovely, lovely, sweet lady, and she saw these for £3.50 and told me I had to have them. Now the lady that I'm talking about, she does actually teach classes there, and she's just always in teach mode. She just tells everybody, she's got to teach everybody everything she knows, bless her. And she's so sweet. She knows that I do it, she knows I'm an artist and things, but she just has to tell me everything. She's just darling though. She's one of those ladies that you could let her talk forever because she's just so sweet and so kind, and it's just so lovely. So yeah, I just sat there talking, but every time she offers me things I can never say no. I have this weakness for sweet people. Like, if you're really kind and sweet, I just can't seem to say no. So yes, my husband had wandered off and she started showing me this. But actually it is going to be really good. The reason she showed me is for jelly printing. And I do see how that would be really good for jelly printing. And what they are, they're unmounted stamps. I tend to leave my unmounted ones unmounted. But what I do is I cut them out. So I will cut these all out. But what I did think this would be good for is some of my artwork I've got coming up. Some of my pieces, I did need some sort of patterned pieces, and because these are supposed to be trees and leaves and things, I actually think I can make this work in my artwork as well. So it was actually a good thing she showed me it. But you know, she is dangerous to me. I will buy anything she shows me, bless her. I also got these bows because they come part of a set, Dovecraft set called Butterfly Kisses, and they had loads of stuff. They had, I a whole book full of sentiments and die cuts. They had little peg paper clips and all sorts. I didn't really want everything, got to be honest, but I did want this paper and the bows to go with it. I just thought they were adorable and really cute, and I love polka dots. So yeah, I got those. And then I also saw another pack of this. I've had this before, and this is one of my favourite papers. That's a really thin paper, copyweight almost. So it's really nice for folding into things if you want to fold them into envelopes and things like that for your journals, because they're not too thick so they don't go too bulky, and yet they have the vintage look to them. So these 3 came from the works, not from the craft shop. And what else do I have with me? I have, this came off of, I thought I'd show you anyway, this came off a Crafts Beautiful magazine. And this is what will be on next month's magazine, April's magazine. It is just the most delicate little die cut set. Can you see that in there? It's the most delicate little die cut set. I love the little spoon. I love the little teapot. So when this, because I get these through the post, and when this comes through the post, I was really excited. Yeah, and when I saw it, I thought it was going to be big like that, and I thought I'm not going to use that for anything. But when I saw how tiny it is, it's just perfect. I'm going to use that on everything. So I will be die cutting these out soon. And I thought I'd show you that because I thought, you know, you ladies would like to see it. This is a little treat for my husband. It's a little bit weird, but hear me out. There are parts of this that are going to be saved for Halloween because they're a little bit weird. So let's see if I can get a couple out for you, because these all have to come out anyway and go into their spot. But for instance, those, I don't know if you can see, but those are lungs. Flowery lungs. So, and there's some hearts, like actual hearts, like that. These are washi tape stickers, but I did actually want these little bits here, and there's some skulls somewhere as well. I did actually want these bits here for Halloween, and they will be put away for Halloween. Where are the skulls? Where are you, skulls? We have some pretty birds as well. We have lots of sort of vintage-esque sort of looking pieces as well. Sort of a birdie vintage one there as well, so I've got them all upside down and things. But yeah, somewhere here there are skulls and roses, and although a little weird, perfect for Halloween, especially my sort of Halloween style. And I love these, and I've actually got to put together a little set for Vividly on Paper for Crystal from there, and she loves all things that are Halloweeny, you know, spooky. And so I've got some bits that I do actually want to get rid of, and I know she will love. So I'm going to put them together for her for a little happy mail. I'm going to put a couple of these sort of spooky-esque, vintagey stickers in. Some are spooky, some are not, some are just vintagey. So yeah, let me pop them aside. And then last of all, to show you anyway, I've got these. They are called Finish by Eyes Ink. They're only £3 in my craft store. I'm not sure how much they are elsewhere. If you shake them up, this metallic colour is exactly the colour they come out. They're water-based. Now, the reason I like water-based is because I use Stays-On to stamp things out, or I draw with alcohol inks. Alcohol pens, sorry. And when I've drawn something with alcohol pens, if I wanted to do a splatter over the top and it was alcohol, and the alcohol pens hadn't yet settled and things like that, the alcohol can make them spread and have an effect. Whereas if you go over with water, it doesn't have an effect. Okay, so alcohol and water don't shift each other, is the idea. So that's, I got these are water based. Let's see if we can test it on something. Here we go, look. Try not to get it on my craft mat. Oh, you haven't started them yet. There we go. You can also, you know, sort of run it down. You could add more water to it if you wanted it to not be so concentrated. But that is just such a beautiful colour. So yeah, I got those. I do like Eyes Ink as a brand. I've got some Eyes Ink dye spray as well, which is more like a yeah, it's definitely a dye. It stains everything, but it is a water-based one as well. So it's more like the Distress Ink sprays. So yeah, I got those two. They are gorgeous. They are known for being very, very deep in colour. Trying to think if I've got anything else to show you. I do have one other thing. I'm going to put it on top of all this mess. Bear with me. But I'm just going to move these because they are going to get locked. I have from last Thursday the book that I couldn't show you because my son had taken it to school. And it is, I hope you can see most of it at least, it is the 1950s scrapbook. Let me move this out of the way. This book is just amazing. Now, it's not a 1950s book, it's more like 1970s, 80s. But it showcases the 1950s and it showcases everything from the 1950s. So here you've got all the toys sort of laid out. You've got an introduction. If I show you this page, you can see all of these sort of home appliances and things. This is just a beautiful, beautiful book. This has got some posters that might have been seen in the 1950s. Here we have some coronation things from the Queen's coronation. Very sort of in keeping with the Jubilee that's coming up this year. Here we have some patterns that would have been quite popular at the time. Colours and patterns that were popular. And you have all the plates that also go through. So yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous, this book. I fell in love with it. It is massive. It's a really, really big book, as you can see. You've got all the foods there. I'm hoping you can see at least some of it, because this is definitely going to be off screen. But yeah, I love this book. It is so adorable. I love this one. Look at the beautiful dresses and things and the shoes. So all of this I would definitely be able to cut out easily, the glasses, and use in some of my works. I love these magazine covers. Cigarettes, not sure if I'd use them, but definitely the pictures. We've got fireworks of the time, different comic books, even more comic books, some more toys. Games. Oh, who remembers the post office? Now, I'm not from the 1950s, but this was something that was ongoing, wasn't it? I mean, when I was little, so I was little sort of the 80s to 90s, this was definitely a must-have toy still then. So it's just one of those, I mean, potato heads you're still getting today as well. It's just one of them toys that just never got old. They never went out of fashion. Got the little cars. More games. All the TVs and things like that. All the lovely, beautiful vintage cars. So yeah, this is just such a gorgeous book. So my son took this into school to show his class, because he wanted to show the class all the old things from the 50s, because to him the 50s are ancient to the boy. Even though his granddad was alive in the 50s, you know, he still thinks that it's so far from reality, as children do.
So that was gorgeous. So I hope you've had fun looking through all my things. I think you're still with me. You are, just about. We're going to go through the drill. You know the drill. Everything down in my description box. You have my socials, you have my website, you have my store, you have all the digital artists that I usually use. I also do digital art myself. You find that on my Etsy store. If you'd like to become a member and receive happy mail and free digitals, that is linked down in my description box also. It is the buy me a coffee bit. Yeah, I post 3 to 5 times a week depending on my study pressure, because I'm doing a degree, and depending on the pressure for that depends on how many times I'm able to publish a video. So it'll be 3 to 5 times a week. And yeah, I think that's everything. Please remember to like and subscribe. I always forget to say that. So yeah, do remember to like and subscribe and hit the little bell button to get notifications when I post something new. And I will see you next time. And all my stuff, I'm about to do the next video. All my stuff's over there. It is a fun video and it's super easy. It's super beginner, but really suits intermediate as well. You can really jazz this up to be something super special. So I will see you next time. Bye for now. Bye.